today's objective on what we're learning is for central idea. Okay, remember that central idea is what the story is mostly what?
About.
What the story is mostly about. Very good. That is our objective as we read our story today. Now, the essential question, which is a question we want to go ahead and answer towards the end, is how can people save the earth from climate change? Go ahead and turn to each other and discuss how can people save the earth from climate change? Go ahead and turn to each other.
I think that they can say
Okay, so you and I can talk. So you tell me who I can do it for climate change.
Gas cars, taking trains,
Causes pollution into the air. That's right, people die and plants die. Very good. Good. So I'm hearing very good comments from these two groups, and you're absolutely correct on what you mentioned. So we're gonna go ahead and share out. You tell me why. First of all, tell me what climate change is, so that we're all aware of what's going on.
It's like basically, think of like you have some ice and it's melting. That's basically what climate change is doing to ice caps and glaciers, which is causing flooding. Now, if we plant trees, we can stop the flooding.
We sure can, because trees will absorb the water. That is correct. So you tell me, how can we, as the people, save the earth from climate change? What is something that we can all?
We can go green by getting electric cars or taking trains.
We can go
Stop
green.
using gas.
Okay, good. What you say, girl?
You can like make houses from trees, like from the wood. You can get like food from the trees.
Right, but I'm asking what trees can give us, which is good, because that's next. But I'm asking you, how can we save the earth?
Oh,
We
you
the
can save
people.
the earth by stopping using like gas. Stop like making trucks that like when it drives, the smoke comes out the top.
Very good, because that causes pollution. Good.
And like, you know those factories that have those tubes that bring out air, it's causing pollution, which is affecting us. And the air.
It's affecting the air, and it's also affecting us as a people. It's affecting the animals. It affects everybody. But yes, it's definitely causing major changes. All right, children, come on. Smoking, vaping, very good, which is what we see as young people. As you all see now. That's what a lot of young people are doing. They're vaping into the air, and they believe because they vape that it's not causing damage. But of course it is. The fumes cause it. So 100%.
Also, they're causing damage to themselves.
And damage to themselves. That is
The more
correct.
carbon dioxide in the world, we can start getting sick and cough.
We sure can. And that's fine. Is there anything else?
Stop cars, make electric cars, gas can stop, and like we can plant more trees to like get more oxygen.
Okay, perfect. That is correct. Is there anything else anyone can think of before we move on? No? Okay, we're good. Now, we're gonna go to what you were answering. So why do you think it's important to have trees? Or to plant more trees?
Plant more trees, like the air might like get better. You'll be able to breathe better. You can like make houses out of wood,
Okay,
like
good.
this table.
That's correct, like this table, that is correct. Like this table, good. What else can we use trees for? What else? What does trees provide for us?
Like, they make wood, so like, you know those houses that are made of wood?
They make wood, they make houses. He used a very good word. Go ahead and tell me what the word you used. That's it. Resources. Our resources. Okay, resources what you're able to use. We are the consumers, which means we are able to consume that. Okay? We are able to consume that. Okay, our resources. What else does trees provide for us?
Like fruits, like help fruit, vegetables.
Give me 1 second. Do me a favor, go get my cell phone. The problem is that I had the timer on and I didn't switch it over. So it's gonna keep going off unless I shut it off. Thank you, hon. Okay. Good. What else can we do with trees? What else? Shelter, food, furniture, anything else. One of the most important things, if we don't, oxygen.
Yes.
If not, how can it breathe? Which if we destroy all the plants and we continue to destroy the plants in the environment to help build homes and stuff like that the trees give us, we're also destroying our climate.
And we have other resources to make houses.
We
don't
sure
only
do.
need wood.
We don't only need trees, that is correct, which is what's happening. We're continuing to demolish places where all the trees are. And if you see construction when you're driving around, you see it would be all trees if you go off the expressways, and all of a sudden, there are no more trees there.
Yeah.
It's just all flattened out and sand, and they're starting to build. So they're destroying our climate. So the whole point is what can we do as people to help out? Grow more trees. Or if you're destroying one because you need to plant homes and make shelters for people, then we're going to destroy these, but then we should go ahead and plant some more somewhere else. Good, which is what Pakistan is doing, which is exactly what our article is about. Pakistan have planted 1 million trees to promote the growth of the forest. So they're promoting the forest to continue to grow because we continue to destroy, and it's destroying our animals, the air that we breathe, and the climate that we live in. Okay, that's exactly what we're doing. So the first one, what's that?
I was gonna say, when we were talking about oxygen, we have to give the trees something to get the oxygen. When we breathe out, we give them carbon dioxide, and they give us oxygen to breathe back in.
That is correct.
And if we have more trees, we won't have to worry about our future generations.
Our future generations, your kids, correct. Or your kids' kids. That is absolutely correct. Which is why we were saying, if we're destroying to build, homes, because we need homes, because we live in such a populated area. If we're destroying homes and we're destroying these forests, then we need to rebuild somewhere else, which is what Victoria was saying. We need to replant them. So that if we're taking away from one, let's put them somewhere else so that we're not killing ourselves. At the end, we're doing benefits for some and not benefits for others. Which is why Pakistan went ahead and decided they're planting over 1 million trees to help the forests and to keep their climate good. That's a lot of trees. That's a lot of trees. Okay, let's look at our questions. So first thing we're gonna do, we're gonna go ahead and preview our questions. Go ahead and turn to page. It could be for you guys, I think it's 3 out of 6 or 3 out of 4. Or question 3 out of 4. Yeah, because mine's different. Okay, good. So, what's one of the techniques that you know when you have to preview a question? What do you have to do? You have to annotate, but when you annotate, what do you do? Underline, circle, eliminate, box.
Find evidence that can help you answer the question.
Okay, yeah, that's when you start answering the question. That is correct. But since we're just gonna preview the questions, we need to underline, circle, box to see what it's asking us to do. So as we read, we're like, oh, I remember that question. That question said, what is whatever? Oh, I remember. And we have the answer. Good, let's look at question number 1. The best alternate headline for this article would be, so thinking out loud, so that this is how you guys need to think. What is important here? Well, definitely the best must be the only option, so I would go ahead and underline that. Alternate, I would definitely square that because it's telling me something that's different. So I know alternate means another option. So just like when you have a race, they always put the alternate winner or the first runner up, so that if something happens, so this is where you guys can relate to. So if something happens, there's someone else to take over. We have the same thing, the president. If something happens to our president, the vice president takes over. Okay, you have to have options, and that's why you have alternates. Okay, which are options. And then I will go ahead and circle headline. Headline. I think of headlines. I think of newspapers, articles, billboards, things that give us titles. Okay, so this question, as I'm thinking, I would say the best alternate headline for this article, so the best new title. Okay, which is I would have to read the story, find the central idea, what is the most important, and then think of another title that would support that central idea. Good, very good. Question number 2. What is cause and effect relationship that takes place in the article? Well, for sure, I will go ahead and box cause and effect. One for the other. Okay, so if Ms. Garcia is walking and she trips on a rock, what caused Ms. Garcia to trip? The rock. And what was the effect? That I felt. Everything has a reaction, a cause and a reaction. Okay, same thing. I'm teaching the lesson. I'm telling you guys, I'm teaching the lesson. So the purpose of this lesson is for you guys to learn something, right? Correct? If you don't circle, box, and do that, what would be the effect? Would you learn your result? No, you wouldn't. So it has that's why it says a cause and effect relationship. And I will go ahead and just underline the word relationship, just to let us know that because one cannot exist without the other. There has to be a cause and a effect, and an effect. Okay? Let's go on to question number 3. Which is the closest synonym for the word trend as it is used in the article? That is correct. You can go ahead and try this one.
So I think what we should box is the word synonym.
It's the word synonym. So if I didn't know what the word synonym was, what would you tell me?
Like synonym for the word trend. So I would try and think the word trend, then I would look at the answers.
Okay, but what
And
does synonym mean?
Synonym, oh, the same.
The same. Very good. So if I didn't know, you would tell me. A synonym means the same. Good. And what else would you box here? Because it's the synonym, but that doesn't really tell us what the question's asking, right?
The word trend.
And the word trend. Very good. That's exactly what we're looking for. Do you know right now what the word trend means?
No,
Not right now. So we need to use what type of clues? Context clues. We need to use our context clues as we read the story. Very good. Who wants to try question number 4? Go ahead.
The article states the KPK government has just $923 million to help establish 13,000 private universities throughout the province. The investment has generated thousands of new jobs. The author's purpose for writing this passage was to.
Okay.
So I would box purpose.
Purpose.
The author's purpose.
Good.
Because we need to know the purpose of why we wrote the passage.
The passage. So, in this little, why do you think, I'm gonna ask you a very important question. Why do you think that they give us this little snip of the article?
Because we need to know the purpose of this.
And that's the purpose of the particular snip. Correct. So it's asking, what was the purpose of this little sentence that they went ahead and provided for us? Okay, because that's gonna give us the overall idea. Very good. Good. Who wants to try number 5? Go ahead.
The reader can infer from the article that so I would box
Infer. Very good.
And because I would box it from so you could go
What does infer mean?
to like make a guess. Inference.
Yeah, an inference. An inference. A guess. Very good. We're helping each other out. Very good. Good. Number 6. Good. Lanza, go ahead. Number 6. Just go ahead and read the question. Go ahead and read the question.
Which would be the closest synonym for the word promote? As it uses among.
Okay. So what's the first thing that we need to know?
We need to box into
Antonym. What is an antonym?
the same word but different.
No.
I mean the different same wording but the opposite.
No. Okay. It's the opposite meaning. It's the opposite meaning. So if I say fat, you're gonna tell me what? Skinny. Ugly. Pretty. Exactly. Up and down. Good. So we're gonna look for the opposite of what word? Promote. Very good. And once again, we'll use our context clues to learn what the word promote means. Good. Number 7, Tori.
Which passage from the article best supports the idea that the government trees to not
Afforestation
afforestation project has been environmental
and success.
success?
That has a lot of $1 million words there. Yeah. So, but all we need to know is what? What's the most important thing? What's it talking about? It needs to have a what?
The
Woohoo! The what? The environmental what?
success.
Success. So, and some type of what?
Like,
It starts with the P. Some type of what?
Project.
Some type of project. Good. Some type of project. So even if we don't know what billion trees, tsunami, afforestation means, we know that the question is asking us what type of project. We know all those words. Must be the project's name. Gives us environmental success, which are the most important. Very good. And our last question before we start. Based on the information in this article, the reader can predict that. We all know what predict is. It's what? I guess. Good. I guess that. So on and so forth. Very good. Good job. So what is our objective? To learn what? The central what?
idea.
The central idea, and what is our central idea? The most what?
Like
Most,
More details.
the most important details